Hello, I'm Leanne Hume with Cushman & Wakefield Commerce. Welcome to the 2013 BOMA Boise Commercial Real Estate Symposium. We are proud to be partners with BOMA and incredibly happy to be the video sponsor of this year's event.
Each time we celebrate the coming of a new year, we look back at the previous one and take inventory.
My recap of 2012 was it was a great year for us. The industry's still kind of in some turmoil in certain regards.
Turmoil that looks different than a few years ago. Construction and development projects seem to be emerging all over the Treasure Valley.
I think what I see in Boise is there's some neat stuff happening. Some of it's timing. There's some unique projects that lined up being on top of each other.
But still, caution flags are out for business owners on every level.
They don't know how to set their labor pool, if they should believe in this growth bubble or if it's an anomaly, and how much confidence they have.
I constantly think about how I can grow my business by giving my people the tools to be an expert.
Worries for business owners have changed some, from surviving the darkest recession in history to taking focus on labor issues and product inflation.
So far this year, we've probably received 15 to 20 of distributor or supplier notices that double-digit increases on raw materials.
I think a lot of people that weren't able to be innovative and to be ahead of the curve and to survive what we went through are probably not here anymore. And I think it's also done another thing, which is to make all of us appreciate what we have more.
And some of the projects we have in the Valley right now are firsts.
There's some really exciting projects coming to Boise that we've never seen before.
This is a world-class project. This just isn't the best in state. This is as good as anything you'll find in the country.
The Village at Meridian at the northeast corner of Fairview and Eagle.
It will be a breath of fresh air and some exciting new concepts.
A 100-acre site, 35 different buildings.
And this is kind of a unique theater concept never before seen in these parts. It's an upscale movie theater with a reserved seating area in the upper level and then the traditional family cinema in the lower portions.
Already millions in roadwork and improvements. In total for the project, 800,000 square feet of retail, 200,000 of Class A office space.
In the center of the project, we have our own park. It's a very enhanced and animated park. We have a Bellagio-style fountain, choreographed to music and lights.
The $100 million plus first phase of the project is done. In 2012, Big Al's, Gordman's, and Marshall's were first to open up, followed last fall by Nike Factory Store, Gap Outlet, Chick-fil-A, and the first of 3 Noodles restaurants to come to the Valley.
We've been very pleased at how quickly things have moved and how the retail community has responded.
Right now, 7 buildings under construction, an October grand opening, and when it's all done, ice rink, theater, outdoor dining, summer concerts, the project, about $300 million.
If you look nationwide, there's probably only a half a dozen retail projects of this size and scope under construction in the country today.
A project changing the face of the city of Meridian, and it's not the only one. Just south of the Village at Meridian on Eagle and Commercial, Sensi continues to add to its 50-acre development.
From a planning standpoint, a design perspective, they're trying to put something unique in Meridian that really doesn't exist out there right now.
Just across the street, the $5 million Life Church, a renovation of the old Coors building. Continuing north on Eagle Road to Ustick at Centerpoint Marketplace, Rosauers opened last spring. And further northwest to Eagle at Chinden and Linder, the $50 million Eagle Island Marketplace. Anchor Fred Meyer is under construction for future retail. Traveling southeast to Silverstone Business Park in Meridian, tenants have completed more than 75,000 square feet of improvements there. Heading west on Overland at Meridian Road, the construction of Walmart Supercenter on a 12-acre site there. Canyon County is feeling the growth that is affecting much of the Treasure Valley. In the former Sam's Club building, the College of Western Idaho used grant money to move professional technical education programs from Boise State's campus to Nampa. Just off the freeway at Garrity, St. Alphonsus Hospital continues its valley-wide effort to expand and upgrade. In Eagle and Boise, the new senior ER centers. And in Nampa, 2 new projects, a 57,000 square foot inpatient obstetrics and cardiology service building. Also at that site, St. Al's is adding an 8,000 square foot emergency department to the existing Nampa Health Plaza to open this spring. Last fall, St. Alphonsus opened the doors to a 30,000 square foot, $10 million Fruitland Health Plaza. Also in Nampa, the Harvest Life Church building on Orchard, Bronco Motors Infinity on Idaho Center Boulevard, Ventana Business Park, and the JCPenney remodel at Karcher Mall. Altogether, roughly $20 million of new construction and renovations. And the new Library Square Pivot Block project near 12th Avenue South. That project includes a library, office, and retail space set to open the end of 2014. In Caldwell, 4-story West Valley Medical Center office building is under construction at the corner of Fairview and Elm Streets. The $15 million, nearly 92,000 square foot project will be done this fall. Some say construction is leading the way to what seems to be an economic recovery in the Treasure Valley.
I think there's a lot of deals happening. I think there's a lot of projects in the making.
At the Boise Airport, a nearly $10.5 million parking structure is just underway. The 4-story garage will be done November of this year. And the addition of a 25,000 square foot hangar to Jackson Jet Center. The $2.3 million project includes the remodel and expansion of hangar and office space. Signs of strength at the Victory Business Center near Cole and Maple Grove roads. Several buildings have sat vacant for years, but a big boost in 2012 as 4 33,000 square foot buildings are filled to near capacity. The $12 million Boise LDS Temple renovation is done. Nearly 150,000 locals and tourists visited the temple during its open house last fall. Near Boise Town Square Mall, Nordstrom Rack opened last spring, and inside the mall, closing doors last year, Ann Taylor, Baker Shoe Store, and after 19 years, the A&W Family Restaurant closed at the end of 2012. And on Fairview at Maple Grove, the $5 million Peterson Toyota project will be done this spring. And at Fairview and Cloverdale, Peterson's nearly $6 million 2-story Chevy dealership is also set to be done this spring. Boise Research Center on Cloverdale and Chinden got a big shot in the arm in 2012, with 3 major projects happening there. Idaho Power is renovating the nearly 76,000 square foot former EDS building for a customer call center. Syringa Networks is completing renovations on its headquarters and expansion in the 48,000 square foot former ISU building. And a new project, a $7.1 million bodybuilding.com project on Meeker Street. And finally, downtown Boise, cranes overhead at 8th and Main, the project spotlight from our 2012 report, now construction underway with solid plans in place to finish.
In general, you could have sat down 4 or 5 other teams in this valley that would have said, it'll never happen, it'll never work, those lease rates don't work, that project can't be built. I've heard it since I've lived here for 20 plus years. This team that was put together for that project, I think, knocked it out of the park.
ESI is the general contractor on the 18-story, roughly $75 million project. By this time next year, tenants will be prepping to move in. Cranes also loom above Jack's Urban Meeting Place on the 7-acre site bordered by 9th and 11th, Front, and Myrtle Streets. The $70+ million project is well underway on the parking garage and reportedly has plans to open spring 2014. And new owners of the Owyhee Plaza on 11th and Main have big plans for the old hotel. Local developer Clay Carley and a Los Angeles-based developer have partnered to restructure and redesign the building from top to bottom, including on-site parking, retail, and office space. Also downtown at the corner of 9th and Bannock, the $1.3 million 10-barrel brewery is underway, set to open this spring. On Broadway between Myrtle and Front Streets, Whole Foods and the Walgreens store and outdoor plaza are complete and open. And at Boise State University, several projects to talk about. On Broadway at Warm Springs, the $5.9 million Donna Larson Park is done, with artificial turf football field, box office, and enough stadium seating to fit 5,000. BSU and the Boise City School District agreed all 4 high schools will play games at the Donna Larson Stadium. And the 4-story, $37 million Micron building at the corner of Capitol and University was completed last fall in time for classes to start. The Lincoln Housing Complex is also complete on campus with 90 2-story apartment units. At Bronco Stadium, the $3.1 million stadium seating expansion was complete in time for opening kickoff, and the $22 million football facility is scheduled to be done this summer. New projects on campus also include a nearly $1 million recreation field near the Lincoln parking garage. Being built for intramural and club sports, it will have artificial turf and seating for 500. In Southeast Boise, a nearly $1 million design, construction, and remodel project for BSU Public Radio. And big plans just launched for Barber Station with 55 acres of office, commercial, residential, and the 126-acre Marianne Williams Park project. At St. Alphonsus campus in Boise, a 5,000 square foot expansion and bed reconfiguration project in the emergency department, a nearly $15 million renovation that will be done spring of this year. Experts are saying for the near future, more of this. But the dull worry in the back of the industry's mind?
kind of a mixed bag of success. Some areas have found a way to recover quicker than others, and some it's going to take a while.
We have to keep plugging away at making sure that we continue to tell our story about how wonderful of a community this is and why this market is growing, and keep that optimism going. And I am incredibly optimistic about 2013 and going forward.